Mark Kim with the New World Time from Orient. This variety comes in both PVD coating and just in polished and brushed stainless steel, and we're taking a look at CFA05001B, which is the stainless steel version in both polished and matte finishes. Okay, the reason why I want to start here is just want to show you how incredibly detailed this watch is. Once this focuses, I'm going to just try to take another really close shot. I just want you to see all the little things that's going on over here. Now bear with me as I grab my pointer over here. You'll notice a power reserve indicator towards the top, a date indicator down here. But you'll also notice two things. Now this is called the world time for a very good reason. It's because it keeps the entire world time using the outer inner bezels as its tools. Very good. Now if you want to learn what a power reserve indicator is, we have a video called Power Reserve Indicator, which I asked you to watch. Our mechanical watches are absolutely amazing, and some of our the Orient hallmark is this part right here. So please take a look at that video. So apart from power reserve, it has world time and date as its functionality. Okay, I'm gonna back it up a little bit so I can show you what it's gonna look like on the wrist. Many people always ask us what it looks like on the wrist, because purchasing online is going to be one of the more, how do you say it? It's going to be, you want to be as informed as possible, especially when you're making a choice like a watch. So, here you go. What this shows you. This is how it looks on my wrist. Let me see if I can just make it a little more. I want to show you how it looks on the side of my wrist too. As you noticed before, in the back there is carbon fiber in the back of this watch, which gives it a very nice dial texture. Okay, very good. Let me go ahead and take off the watch. You saw me put it on, but let me explain that there's a safety, 2 push buttons to unlock the clasp. Now to put it back together again, simply push it back in and close the safety, and you'll have a secured lock. This band is absolutely gorgeous, and you can see how it complements the watch very well, because you'll notice that there's a little square pattern from the carbon fiber, and that similar motif is carried out through the band, which I think is a very nice eclectic choice. And so you'll notice a couple things right from the beginning. There looks like seemingly 2 crowns. Actually, one is just like a bezel slide rule, and the other one is the actual crown, which adjusts the date, the inner bezel, and as well as time. I'll show you each functionality one by one. Let me see if I can take a slightly closer angle of the watch. Now light it's very difficult to film black watches because of the strong reflection. And so what I would like to do is just prop this up over here. It's going to give you a better idea what it's going to look like. I think that's going to work. Okay. So the functionality, how does this all work? You notice that if I turn this thing, it's going to adjust the outer bezel. Very good. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm in Los Angeles, and it says 8:10, right? So I'm going to place where I think 8:10 is on the inner bezel. Cool. So now that we've set the world time, we can see approximately it is 4 p.m. in England, GMT, that signifies England. Tokyo is at 1:10. Honolulu is 6:10 a.m. Santiago is just a little past noon. So what it does, it just keeps the world time. So that's the bottom thing that looks like a crown, but it's actually just, like I said, a slide rule. Let me go and unscrew the crown so that you'll see how the whole world time works. So at the first pivot, you'll notice that I can, first pivot, watch the dates. Right now it's at 7. I rotate it, I can correct the date using the crown. Now that is going this way, towards me. If I rotate the opposite way, notice how I can adjust the inner bezel. Now why would I want to adjust the inner bezel? I'm going to at least explain to you what I personally do to use the world time. Like I said to you, I'm in Los Angeles, and so right now it's 8:15. Let's just say it's AM, although it's PM over here right now. It's 8:15 is around there. I always like to use a 12 o'clock marker to show where Los Angeles is. So even if the outer bezel gets dislodged, I know exactly where to place Los Angeles. So let's go ahead and put 8:15. That's the best I can do, I think, in terms of getting to 8:15. And then I will go ahead and place LA right by the 12 o'clock, and you'll notice the 12, the 8:15, and LA lined up at the top. The way the watch keeps the world time is this. Sorry, very, very sorry. Let me go ahead and return Los Angeles and 8 back together again. I forgot to pull it. So if I pull it one more time, I should be able to adjust time. Now watch the inner bezel right around the 12. Let me go to 9:15 and see what happens. You notice that the 9:15, now LA signifies 9:15. Let me go to noon, and you'll notice that now LA says noon. Let's go to 3, and it should say 15, which is the military version for 3 p.m. As time moves forward, the inner bezel rotates with time. And that's how the world time function works. Remember, the 12 o'clock thing is absolutely, it's just by preference for me. It's something that I use, and of course, it's not something that the brand recommends in terms of usage. But for me, this is absolutely one of the, I think, just the clearest ways for the world time function to work. Okay? So if I want to go ahead and put the crown back in, remember to push it in, and you have to screw it down. A lot of the more nicer watches all have screw down crowns just to make sure water doesn't get inside the case this way. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and push it, put it down. I'm gonna try to take it back to that very, that really tight close up, so that you have so you can take a look at it one more time. Notice here, just before I go, right there in the back, you'll see some carbon fiber there too, and back here. This actually adds, in my opinion, very nice texture. Even though it is, somewhat sporty for a classic watch, the difference in texture really does add to the overall appeal. Okay, so this is CFA05001B.